Babcock Dairy announced it has expanded its voluntary recall on ice cream that may have been mislabeled. The recall applies to orange custard chocolate chip ice cream that may have been labeled as chocolate peanut butter. The half-gallon size was produced between September 17th and the 30th. The original recall only listed September 17th as the production date. Those who have an allergy or severe sensitivity to eggs are at risk if they eat the product.